like, oh, I have to think positively and not stress and, manifest it away, and then I forget it. And it's very hard to like get out of that place. So, and it was many times where like I didn't want to go to some events or even in Denver. And then like I go last minute and I enjoy it. But yes, I mean, maybe like the memory of this past one, or I don't know if it's what it is like with crypto in general.
Yeah.
Like sometimes some events are they're not even like a let down. Like some of the San Francisco events really drained me for some reason, even like for no reason, like some venues. But again, I had this like issue with my back. So sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. And it's like, I can never predict it,
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's really hard. I mean, that's hard. I'll tell you my feeling. ETH Denver, it is a mixed bag, all of this stuff. And, I do think crypto in general is sort of having this really high, like a kind of gross moment, probably because of the that's my technical term, but maybe like hyper capitalist moment. Maybe that's always what it was. But I do think so. My orientation towards these things is sometimes it's really easy to do something. Things come into flow. It doesn't feel really hard to put, and I feel like when I just follow that. Like if that's happening, I'm just gonna go with it. You know what I mean? You don't know. That's my process. That does not have to be. That is not. I'm not recommending this for anyone else. I'm just telling you like how I engage with the world. And I do think it would. I think it would not. I think the benefit of doing ETH Denver is that you already have a lot of people there, and it's coming up, and it's sort of like motivates us.
Mm-hmm.
And there are all kinds of people at ETH Denver. Like you do have women. Like you do have different kinds of people doing weird stuff. It is not all super. It's not really. It's not all super technical. It's not. I mean, it is diverse-ish. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like again, like like the human design thing. Right? I think you're a generator. So I could ask you, like, do you want to do this? And you can feel in your stomach, whatever. My process is totally different. But yeah. But we can just put it together and hopefully, we can say we want to do it for ETH Denver. But you know what? We don't have to do anything. We can just put together the proposal and then figure out what the best way to do what the best venue is.
Yeah. No. I'm thinking like we have to do it anyway, and then we can chat with people and see how it's shaping up. It's okay. Like I said, I don't know about this like the human design. Honestly, it's like I do have like a pretty good feel it with intuition overall, or like maybe it depends on the subject. It's like, do I feel a certain way about the person? That's usually correct. But with like events, or like this whole thing to predict how I would feel about something, or sometimes I'm like, why am I predicting? I can just manifest it. Like it's not very good for my mental health overall, like this whole like thing. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like I'm not feeling it till the end, and then I go and I feel great. So I don't fucking know. I was just thinking more in terms of like it's okay. Let's come up with a program and then see like I mean maybe it's just general anxiety, like putting something last minute, and being at the whim of some circumstances.
Yeah.
Or yes, in general fatigue, from all this like crypto and AI and whatever.
Oh, sure. So okay, here's my question: if we did, if we did a AI governance panel, like AI agent governance, I think of like who's that guy, Nathan, whatever.
Schneider.
I feel like Schneider. Like I feel like he's everywhere. He spoke at Autonomous Ecologies.
Yeah.
Like we could get him, and then he could put together. Like, who would you want to get if we were to do a politics of AI governance?
Well, I'll have to look into it because there's those people who go to Denver. Because recently I was looking more into people here in San Francisco, and some of them are not tightly related to crypto at all. So I don't.
Is there any? Can you just give know,
Well,
this I'm
this
curious.
Joshka, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Joshka Bach. He
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
pretty receptive. He's very famous, giving
Yeah, he
talks,
is really famous.
and yeah, he's very open. Then there's this person about like raising AI, Dikai. He's also like, I just
Oh
don't know if
yeah,
they're
he's
going.
pretty famous too.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to Denver. Like how I didn't discuss like all the details with them, but they seem to be down to
Oh, you know
participate in
what's
some shape or form.
yes. So I mean, so I would say I'm curious to hear also like what other folks think. Um, but I think we could say okay, one of our panels is going to be on like political theory and AI, whatever, and we can and let's maybe reach out to Joshka and see if he's interested in it, and say, look, we're going to do this panel. We would like you to be on it. Do you want to work with you want to work with us and to figure out the best people that could be on it or whatever. Like I think
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
yeah, I think we can and then also like the Dekai guy as well. We can talk to him.
No, we can. I'm just saying maybe like so I would still come up with some backup people or like someone we probably have to say maybe this people we can invite, and also I don't know what kind of payment they want or not. It seems like they've done something definitely not for pay for some organizations. I honestly, that's with the Joshka. I went. He had this like we have this lady. She used to do something with Near, and it fizzled out. Era Kwan. She did like Edge City. There seemed to be friends, and they had some events in this like digital garage. But it was so honestly dingy vibes in there, in my opinion. Or it's like people, like I don't know. It's also there's events like fizzled out, but I honestly never felt good about it in them. There was also this person who like harassed me in the past was there.
Oh no.
But the audience was really strange. It's like maybe some startup-ish striver people who like wanted to be close to it. I don't know. I honestly went to a couple events and I left. But I've been to his talks at like Edge City and they were great. And he gave a bunch of talks at like this, I like this DAGI conference. But it was all put with a lot of sponsor money by this like Cyber Fund and Delphi and a bunch of projects like Near, like also like very big budget conference. And yeah.
I mean, my feeling is, I don't know what makes a talk good or not. I don't think it's necessarily how much money you would pay somebody, although it's possible.
No, so just in terms of, I don't know what's like, we can say that, we're short on it, or like it depends, because I don't think it was never a very high budget conference.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's draft up. Okay, so I feel like we have this one idea. We're going to do it. We want to do a panel on governance and AI.
Well, do you have access? Like, so I'm in the spreadsheet. I don't think anyone else is.
Okay, I'm not in the spreadsheet yet. I'm still driving, but I should be in the spreadsheet shortly.
But yes, it's sort of like I mean, it's not like it's not distilled perfectly by GPT, but close enough. And even like first 3, so it's like it's 9 topics there, but even first 3 we can have enough. So it's like agents on the chain, autonomous AI agents in the blockchain ecosystems. I mean, honestly, this is too broad. The description is better.
Yeah.
Then like values in the substrate, political philosophy encoded in AI and blockchain infrastructure, like between those 2. Then there is like proof, trust, and consciousness, cryptographically verifiable systems as guardians of authenticity. A little cheesy, but again, like the descriptions are good.
I like that a lot. I mean, so who would we want? Okay, so if we were to do proof, trust, and authenticity, who would we imagine would be on that panel?
Well, it's like it was a proof, trust, and consciousness. So Joshka loves to talk. It's like his whole thing is about AI and consciousness. I mean, honestly, these 2 speakers, and I just in the back of my mind because I recently met them. I met a couple other people who are like less famous. I need to.
So
I
Josh,
mean, I,
so if we have an idea for Joshka, we should have like just one panel that he's gonna do, or maybe if he wants to do two, he can. But I think like maybe
well, usually it can be a talk. So I think I've seen him doing presentations.
he would do a talk. Okay.
And it was the same at Autonomous. So we had talks and we had panels, and some people participated multiple times. It's also like
no, you're right. You're 100% correct.
Depends on their schedule and whatever.
Yeah. So we could have him. So if we agreed, we could have him do a talk and a panel. So the one talk would be like proof consciousness, and the panel would be on governance or something.
Yeah, governance. I think so. Well, I don't even know. I guess it's governance and political philosophy. I was just like, I don't know if, on top of my head, some good speakers. I'm sure, like
Well, no, my feeling is this: if it's a panel, then we get like an anchor person, and then we're like, who would like to be in conversation with? We can like offer a few people, but maybe they have ideas too, right?
Then I was at this event, and okay, these are the people I didn't propose. I could write into this spreadsheet, but I was at this talk for labor economy, and I liked it very much. Post labor. 1 second. It was, we have this like pebble bed VC. They like to throw this kinds of stuff. I'm just saying that's maybe an example. I'm not very tied to crypto. It's mostly like AI people here. But somehow, like, yes, it's a popular conference and it's not far from SF, so people do go. Let me drop that in the chat because I wanted to follow up with them, but not yet. So, hold on. What happened? Yeah, I'll edit in the chat. Sunday. Okay, this one. So their topic was like, when AI runs the economy, it happens to work, business, and democracy. And it's ran by this guy. Well, technically it's like some, I don't know, VC or accelerator. They're like artsy, but this is a guy, Clovis. So I think.
Can you share in the signal?
I did.
Okay. Let me open it then. Continue. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, so I dropped so this is an event I went to recently, and I think it was good. Then I can think of, a lot of people. I don't know. I'm like in this group at Blockgravers. There's this guy, David Phelps. I don't know what he does exactly. He invested in a bunch of companies, and he's like a little privacy something focused. He's more like a crypto everything guy. Then what else? I'm just looking at who else is going. Well, no, Scott used to be a speaker all the time. I don't know what he's doing now, but I know he can always give a talk. Scott Moore.
Okay. And what would he speak on?
I think he did a lot on like coordination because he did this Gitcoin and like public goods funding. What else is?
So he would do. Could he do something? Could he do something like distributed intelligence and spiritual algorithms? No. Could he do from shareholder value to what would he be good for?
Well, I'm looking like his always given like semi-technical. Well, he talks about this whole thing how it's like crypto is not cypherpunk, and like the spirit, and like all this like it's pretty like political philosophy and cryptography thing. His talks are good.
So maybe he, talks about okay, okay.
I'm just dropping people like I could give like aspirational a lot of names, but I'm trying to like have some base with the.
No, it's good. It's a good place to begin. So we have like we have Joshka. He'll give a talk, and then he'll be on a panel, and then we have this other guy.
Ideal. I'm saying I haven't worked.
We're being aspirational.
Okay, yeah, and I'm just thinking Scott will definitely go to Denver for sure, and he'll participate.
So then he would give a talk, and he could be like the politics of blockchain or the politics of crypto, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and then he could be on the panel with Joshka. AI governance.
Maybe we'll have to ask Joshua. Well, I need to look into who he debated with because I must actually seen him giving his own talks.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to be on a panel.
Yeah, then all this privacy and intent, it's honestly a big space, and there are people like all this Anoma and Aztec, everything. Also, I honestly am just not an expert. I met a lot of people. I was looking at the whole this like decentralized AI. They have like their own niche space. I just need to follow up with people. So I met recently. Let me see. So there's this thing called News Research. It's very interesting. They like position themselves as not like anti-open AI, but this whole anti-corporate and decentralized. They have like really good vibes. It's mostly researchers. And I mean, their models are not as good yet or whatever, but they're trying to do this whole decentralized, very well funded. I guess it's like this whole like experiment. But they're hiring people that don't have an office. They just throw like some nice events here. And it's all like about vibes. They have a few like people who are active on Twitter. So I met them. And I honestly I'm just saying I feel like they would be more receptive. I can start a conversation with them.
Okay.
And see if actually I've just realized that because I met a bunch of their researchers. I didn't meet, but I can get an introduction to their events person.
And would they be about the AI governance?
For sure, yeah. Okay. This whole open source. Okay. And they like to be weird and like dabble in like some spiritual stuff. They're like this, I don't know. I didn't look in their whole they're venture funded. But it's like I like the people. They say oh, we don't have a business model, we don't have anything. They just let researchers do their work, and I think they don't have any. And there are people like to speak about it and the ethos and the mission. I like them because they're not corporate. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, they're great. Okay, so they're another. So I feel like we have two talks and a panel, and we're sort of filling it out. And it's all sort of really political. It's governance related, right? So we have Scott. We have someone talking about the politics of blockchain. We have someone talking about, I don't know what Josh is going to talk about, consciousness and whatever. And then we have a panel on governance in general, AI and.
Yeah, then I noticed people from Fala. They're very Fala Network is let me see what they do because I like some of the people.
Okay.
And they like to, I don't know, chat with them about it, but they're not very renegade, I would say. It's like TE people. TE, that's how I liked it because I met some researchers and there's all this privacy, but they're trying to do this. I'm just thinking in terms of sponsors more so because I showed them.
Idea. Yeah.
The autonomous the researchers, they seem to be funded. I don't know. I know it's TEs. I don't know what's working there, but the researchers are all academics, and so they liked. I should talk to them about this in autonomous ecologies and whatever. But I need to near people. I know there's some. Some near people.
And what do you think? So what do you think Near could talk about?
Well, it's sort of like a Noma was sponsoring. They're very ambitious. They have, I guess, an okay reputation. They're trying to do like, well, what's this guy? Let me see what his. I just know they have money and ambition.
Yeah, and for autonomous ecologies, right? We had like a Noma spoke, like the people that gave money had talks. Like, also.
Yeah. So what we talked about. I'm just remembering this guy. So he's done their ecosystem, like he calls their whatever evangelist and so on. He's like a non-technical guy, and we talked because my friend, she's trying to race for a robot, and actually she's like from a biomedical space, so that type of robot, and she didn't know much about it. And like I don't know, there's some drama in her startup, and we said, why don't you raise a grant from Krypton, maybe like a non-dilutive one? And she didn't know much about it, but what Near or like whatever they're looking in. I guess it's like this cryptographic like attestation. Maybe he mentioned even TE. Well, basically, to secure your whole thing or like connect it to blockchain somehow, that it's blockchain or whatever Near is offering. I didn't look into it, but it was like mostly yes, they want to do this like IoT and whatever. I guess maybe bringing them either transactions or traction on their blockchain. So that's like their foundation is doing and expanding into AI and crypto from this, privacy and security angle.
So they would also be on the panel. Okay, terrific. So talk 3. Okay, so we have Joshka Scott doing a talk. Those are 2 talks, and then we have Near. Near is going to do a talk, and Near's talk is going to be like AI. And
it's like, I'm seeing. So it's sort of what I mean. I need to look into it honestly. Yeah. So it's like an auditor agent leverages TEs to analyze it. So it's like you own your data. It's like if you get a robot from China, you don't you don't know what's going on there. I don't know the technicalities because often, I mean, it could be aspirational because I know a lot of this stuff is
it's totally aspirational. Yeah. Okay, but
they're trying to go into that. I'm posting everything in the chat right now.
In the chat. So my other question is, so I feel like that gives us like we have three speakers. So we have 3 speakers. We have like 3 speakers, 1 panel, so it's 4 things. It would be worth it to have conversations with Near to see if they are interested in this. Are they interested in this spiritual, aspect or not really?
I don't know. I'll have to see. Like sometimes people are interested from some philosophical perspective. Like it depends who I talk to.
Yeah.
What's their job nature is there / personal interest. Because that's why I thought to kind of mix it up, so I was focusing because that's my background, more of like, political philosophy and governance and all those aspects. So we have a couple like panels and a talk there, and we can add like from your proposals more about, I don't know, either like this like coded consciousness. So it sort of flows from political philosophy to consciousness with Joska to like something more, spiritual and psychological. And so I'll have it like that. I think it creates a good vibe and
okay, so I think so it's really good. I'm summarizing in the chat. So blockchain and AI. Oh wait, so talk. Okay, hold on. So we have Near AI, and they could be a funder. They could fund.
Yeah, and Fala maybe. Okay. That's like.
All right, then we have Fala. Fala might be able to fund too. Hardware secure compute. Verifiable.
I spoke to also this guy. 1 second, just remembering. In a cyber fund. Let me show you.
Oh, I know Fala. Okay. Okay, so compute. Okay, so Fala, and that's Fala compute, and and trust, and like we can have like a what's the, like the political angle, like we can figure that out. But we can talk to them like about that. All right, and then we have so we have